Today, from in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Colts offense ready to go here for the first time, and the former Philadelphia Eagle turned Indianapolis Colt Carson Wentz set to take over here at the controls in his first year in Indianapolis.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Wentz now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. Shedding the tackle. And now the juke. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Maybe just 2nd and 11. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. 1st and 10, Taylor now. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Buying time to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. The kick by Marr is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year for 2020 in his second season, former Oregon Duck, Justin Herbert.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter, but what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really...
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Colts pick it up. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run here with Taylor. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for it. Williams loses the football, and the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 48 yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd and goal from the 1. To throw is Wentz. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Chris Barnes coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Peoples-Jones returning. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Williams loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballentine. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to...
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed. You want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now Wentz on third down. Forced out to his left. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Ballentine now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Number 3 overall pick, Trey Lance, the rookie, with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. The rookie, Justin Fields, with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Tariq Cohen, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Peoples-Jones returning. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Colts defense, they work their way back onto the field. And for their efforts so far, they deserve a little defensive montage here.
I like that. I like how you recognize what they're doing out there and how much fun they're having, because that's indeed what's going on. Beating them to the punch just about every snap now, swarming, swooping, taking the ball away. This is a lot of fun to watch.
Opportunistic, right?
Very much so.
Play action. It's Herbert. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 50, here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Javonte Williams. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was the rookie Javonte Williams who finished it off with a touchdown run. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for Indy. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Gregory Rousseau in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Marr able to put this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Peoples-Jones returning. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense, these defense. And, oh, my goodness. Colts pick it up, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Another shot for Chase. He's got it this time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Tennessee offense set to go again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Williams. Williams loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. Peoples-Jones returning. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Herbert. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Valentine now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here.
Really?
Put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They run once more with Taylor. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 35. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Wentz to throw. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away. Touchdown, Colts! Jamar Chase with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Peoples-Jones returning. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts 16. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll drop this down to Williams. Touchdown! Javonte Williams. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup there on the run.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Being chased out left. Now he's got it. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-2 And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on